And
The
all right.
boulder slice of bread.
All right, here we go.
You're welcome.
We can go. Let us go. Let us begin.
All right, so last time we left off, our brave adventurers fought an old man in a temple. Chervil became one with the shadows.
Yes.
The doctor went on to fight 6 lizard men by himself and made contact with an elder god.
I didn't hurt a single party member this time around as a werewolf.
Rocket didn't hurt a single team member. Tom got a level up
Yeah.
for taking care of Noble the ship mimic. Talk was helpful. And Kyoko played it smart and stayed the fuck away from the Yuan Ti. But our adventurers have made it back to their ship. They have recruited Caliban Destang and Fluffy into their crew. Tom is very nervous about the both of them.
And as he should be. We've of course we've taken a long rest since that. Getting back to our boat. Because we wouldn't be fully healed
And
otherwise.
in between episodes, I gave them all a level up.
Yeah. Woo.
Um,
Level 7 now.
In between level ups, can Cosmo help me turn those pelts into actual cloaks?
Is Juan still unconscious?
no, Juan
Oh.
has regained consciousness. However, he has new memories.
Oh.
What?
That's
Yeah, God, that deity messed with my head.
Interesting.
Yeah, told me some weird stuff.
Oh.
It must be weird if you're saying it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it said something about deceitfulness.
Huh.
Yeah, it said deceit, something something, East Dwarf capital. Go to a serpent temple and return the relic to free the people. Something along those lines.
Another temple in a different area. Interesting.
I'm getting real sick of these temples.
It seems to have a far reach.
Well, it is a serpent temple, and we have a serpent on our crew now.
Jazz.
Nervous.
Jazz, I'm looking at what you sent in the Discord. You fool! You messed with the natural order! Oh my god. Right. So, okay. Well,
Natural order, solid meme.
we know where we're going next, I guess.
Yes,
I mean,
your next target, as Juan has described, or as the doctor has described, is very far east,
Be
a
dwarf.
dwarven capital.
oh.
It'd be nice if you told me the name of the capital.
Chervil, you don't know the name of it, but you could describe it. In his description of Chervil, you have picked up that where he is talking about is Boulder Guts. Boulder
Sorry.
Gut.
Can you write that down?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that for a name for a dwarven town.
That's pretty great.
Who are you? I'm Boulder Guts.
Boulder Good.
Boulder Gut. This town, as you know in your travels, is mostly populated by dwarves,
Okay.
with the occasional elf ambassador coming over. You know that they are not necessarily a town of trading, but they do deal heavily in tradition and religion. It is one of the religious capitals of this continent.
So, like, I gotta ask, why is it always so goddamn easy to make a dwarven city name? Like,
Because all you got to do is go into your Scottish mind
and throw
and
something,
come up with something beautiful.
throw something with rock or metal into the name. Yeah.
Hey, you leave Rockbeard and Metal Chin out of this. Balgris Metal Chin did not die to a Hydra for you to insult the dwarf.
I'm not insulting them. I'm just saying it's really easy to make dwarf last names, or town names.
Boulder Dash.
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
So okay, we're figuring we need to get to.
So then I'm
First
assuming. So
point of
that's
order,
the
though.
place.
The doctor has walked over to Calsmo and wants his help in turning the wand tea pelts into cloaks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Calsmo kind of looks around and is just like, I don't have a tanning rack, guy. You could ask Tom.
Hey, Tom, get over here!
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, what's up? What you need?
We need to make a tanning rack.
Tanning rack? Why?
I acquired some pelts that I wish to make into cloaks.
Oh, okay. Well, how big are these pelts? I need to know for the sizes and dimensions of the tanning rack. Jesus Christ!
This big.
What did you skin?
Doesn't matter. Just know that we killed them.
Oh, okay. I can go talk to some friends of mine before we leave port.
That'll do, Tom. That'll do.
All right. Gonna go.
I can go with you if it
No, it's fine.
makes you feel safe.
No, it's fine.
We're never gonna see that man on the ship again, are we?
No.
I kind of walk over to Kyoko while that's going on and just kind of stand around awkwardly. Not sure how to start what I want to say. And I just kind of like lean against something and I'm like I'm sorry for attacking you during the prison break. It's been a bit hectic, and I didn't find a good time to say it earlier.
What do you mean? Why do you think I was staying close to you during the fight?
I just don't have very good control over it, and out of all the people here, I know you the most, and as I don't feel a friendship quite yet because of how my position was in our last village, I have a familiarity with you and I think we can become friends. And you're the closest thing I've had to one so far. At least on this ship.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I'll stick close to you in combat, because if you lose control, I can at least... I know I can take you down.
Yeah. Oh,
Fluffy is pushing its head into you, Sprocket.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I kind
You
of
know that things that cats do when they
Yeah.
want you to pet them and so they rub them. He's doing that, but like he is a very large creature.
kind of wrap my two arms around his head
I want
underneath.
you to make me a con saving throw to not fall down.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
I have 7.
To not be picked up off your feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You cemented yourself.
And I just kind of like wrap my arms around his head and kind of scratch behind his ears, or like near where his ears would be.
He is purring like a kitten.
I pat Fluffy on the side, and I'm like, so, Fluffy, huh?
What? he's a fluffy animal. I don't know. Fluffy things are cute. What? Don't judge me.
I guess he is pretty cute.
I am. Is he gonna let me? I try to try to get him to sit so I can see if I can get on his back and ride him.
Roll me an animal handling check
Oh, that's a great option.
with advantage
Oh, thank God.
because he is calm.
I got a 14.
Okay. Given that you're the one who tamed him,
Mm-hmm.
to a degree,
Yeah.
he does obey your command and he does sit down.
Okay. I attempt to mount the beast to ride it around on deck just to kind of get a little bit of bearings for that.
Okay.
I'm guessing you want me to roll another animal handling check.
If you don't mind.
Alrighty. 13. Do I roll it with this one with advantage or?
No, only because
Okay.
he's a wild beast and is not used to being ridden.
That's fair.
But the 13 is just enough to pass the check.
Mm-hmm.
You just barely manage to stay on his back. He is not happy about it.
Uh-huh.
That something is on top of him. And you've kind of picked up that, oh, maybe this is like a dog thing where like being on top of them is a sign of dominance. Like Fluffy's not taking this like a bitch.
Just kind of like, I thought I'd try, and I slide.
I mean, you're
up.
on him.
Well,
You're on him, and he's walking around, but he's not
Oh.
happy about it.
Okay.
Can I try to feed Fluffy some dried meat to like kind of show him like it's okay?
Sure. Make me an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Fluffy is calming down, kind of getting the idea that okay, maybe I'm supposed to be giving this heavy machine a ride.
I'm a big boy.
You're a heavy boy.
I'm a
You're
dense
kind of a
boy.
chunker,
So I realized.
and you and Fluffy go wherever you want to.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I just kind of get the feeling for it to ride around on his back on deck. Don't really go anywhere yet. Like, interesting. All right. Oh, that's what I wanted to do for now.
Okay. I would say right now, with the amount of time that has passed with Fluffy being taught how to give rides, and Tom leaving to go get materials to build a tanning rack, we'll say it's around late morning, early afternoon. So it's not quite high noon yet, but it's getting close.
Like 11:30ish.
Like 11.
Okay. I think Sherville is just gonna inspect the whole ship in the meantime.
Okay. Go ahead and start your inspection.
So starting down, so everybody is on the main deck, is that correct?
Except for Tom.
Oh.
Everyone except for Tom, yes.
Okay. I want to go to, is it main deck, lower deck, and then the hold? Or is it the hold and then lower deck?
Hold, then lower deck.
Okay. I'm going to go into the hold. And
Okay.
I'm assuming that's where Gnarl was, right?
Yes, the hold is where the cruise quarter is and where Gnarl was.
Is there anything that I can find, traces or anything suspicious?
Roll me an investigation check with advantage since you know the ship.
Advantage?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a 16.
Whoopsies.
Okay. So with your 16, the only suspicious thing you found is that somehow your mimic is down here. Out of its bottle, just kind of flopping around in the hold, looking around the ship. Has a movement speed of 5, so do with that what you will.
Oh, so it's out of its bottle. The
Yeah,
bottle
it's
is
out of
not
its bottle.
near.
And the
Um,
bottle that you know of is still in
Mhm.
your deck. It's still in your room.
Okay.
It's in the captain's quarters.
Hmm. Where's Tom?
Tom left the ship to go get supplies to build a tanning rack.
Okay.
He knows to come back.
He knows to come back.
Or Doc might do something to him.
And since Noble can breathe air and water, I don't have to worry about the bottle then.
Now,
Okay. Yeah, I'd pick it up.
all right, you're
Put it
holding
back
your
in its
ship
bottle.
mimic. Oh, and you stuff him back in the bottle? Okay.
Try to.
All right. He,
And then I take it. With me.
surprisingly, like you brought the mouth of the bottle up to the ship mimic, and you were just like, "This isn't gonna work," and you just kind of tapped him on the nose with it, and he just sucked into the bottle. And now there's a perfect replica of your ship, the Dream Chaser, in the bottle.
And then I take the bottle with me, put it in my bag.
Okay.
And then down to the lower deck.
Okay.
There's no leakage. Are there any extra weapons that might be down here that I don't know of?
No weapons. No leaks other than what is expected on a wooden ship.
Oh, okay.
You're not taking on water faster than you're draining it, but I mean, like, it's damp down here. You could put a towel down. It could stand for a towel.
Mm.
Somebody has not been mopping recently, and it shows.
Okay. And then I guess that's it then. It looks like we're ready to head out anytime then.
Yep. You've the only thing you guys have not done is stocked up on food and supplies.
Okay.
You had just enough supplies to get you to this town, and you've not restocked food since.
Well, a good thing
Other
is,
than Kyoko buying a shit ton of meat
yeah.
for the cat, specifically for the cat.
Well,
We're still in town, right?
yeah, we're
Yeah,
still in
you're
town.
still in town.
So I head up to main deck and inform everybody that we should probably get more supplies before we head out to Boulder Gut.
Boulder Gut, yeah. Well, it's a good
Boulder
thing
Gut, right?
we have 150 gold in the treasury for just this kind of occasion. So I go to the treasury box, our little treasure chest, and grab.
You remember how to open it, right?
Yes, I do remember how to open it.
How do you open it?
I don't even remember if you gave us a way to open it.
I didn't. It's just an
It's-
intricate
Exactly.
twisting of seashells and
It's a
moving of starfish.
it's a combination that I remember how to do that has to deal
Okay.
with the ornaments on it. It's a puzzle box, and I open it
Yes.
and I grab
Talk. You would not remember if there is anywhere in town to look for spells. You wouldn't think so, considering this is just kind of like a port town. But nothing in town caught your eye.
but I
Can I
take
go to buy fishing equipment?
the
To buy
money
what
out
equipment?
for
Fishing.
Sure.
but after I get the money, I exit the captain's quarters and I'm like, all right, I need somebody to come into town with me because I don't understand how much food is needed for all of you.
I'll go with you. I gotta stock on fishing supplies anyway.
Okay, so I go into town with Doc to go get supplies for like food and keeping everyone fed and alive.
Okay. Is anybody else going?
I can
Nope,
go.
I'll be with the ship.
Kyoko, what about you?
I can go to help carry stuff since strong.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's get you guys into town.
Okay.
It's me, obviously.
Okay, so
Yeah, well, John.
first order of business. You're looking for fishing equipment, correct? Over here, you see a bait and tackle shop.
Mhm.
Over here, we have what looks to be an inn/food storage place. There's a farming district up here where you can buy fresh supplies. And down here is an inn. So where do y'all want to go first?
Well, the quicker thing would be to get the fishing supplies.
Yeah, that'd be faster.
Considering it's also the lightest, and we'd have less time carrying the heavier stuff. So I guess we go to the bait and tackle shop first.
So none of you are what would be considered normal people in this town, and you're getting some kind of weird looks as you're walking through. One of the first things you notice though is that you don't feel that wave of pacifism over you anymore.
Oh.
Well, that's something.
I guess
And you've
killing
not
those people.
felt it since you got back from the temple.
I guess killing those reptiles actually did something. Okay. That's cool.
Doc, you get the sense, Doc, that it may have had something to do with that blood altar.
Oh.
I mean, none of us experienced the blood altar like he did, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you walk into the bait and tackle shop, and there you see, inside, is a half elf.
Okay.
He is. One of the first things you notice about him is that he is not responding to sound, and
Oh.
he is missing quite a few fingers.
I try to get him to his. I try to get his attention.
Okay. Are you like waving in front of him?
Yeah, I like. So like, is he like turned half around the counter, or stalking, or what is he
He's
doing?
just like reading a book, waiting for somebody to catch his attention. It's
Uh,
not hard for you to get his attention, and
okay,
he just kind of looks up at you.
I just kind of awkwardly wave hi. Point to the. I assume he has like actual poles and hooks.
Yeah,
somewhere
there are
else.
like poles and there's like poles and lures and
Yeah, I point
other
to
bait and
those.
tackle items just kind of sitting in barrels around the store.
Yeah, I point to those.
oh, bless you.
Okay.
That's-
Are you trying to buy something?
Oh, is this him speaking? Then yes.
He squints at you. I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
We're going on a long trip. I need fishing equipment.
I can't sell you my sister's equipment.
What can you sell us then?
We sell fishing poles here, sir.
That's good.
So you can only send the stuff to go to lakes, not long-term trips.
I put a hand on Doc and I'm like, it's just gather the things you need and put them on the table.
I can't hear you guys. What is the metal man saying? Why are you wearing armor?
Just gather.
It's just a thing. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
Just gather the
I'm
supplies.
sure I'm flattered, but I'm not interested in a fling.
I take the dock away from the guy, and I'm almost like, Doc, just gather the supplies you need, put them on the counter, and have him tell you how much it is. Just
Yeah, I grab a bunch of lures. I assume there's a bucket of worms
Okay.
and a few poles.
I want you to make me a wisdom check, just a flat wisdom check, to see
Oh.
if you know the difference. To see if Doc knows the difference between like lake fishing and deep sea fishing lures.
Oh, just flat wisdom, no modifier.
Flat wisdom.
well, no, that is with modifier 1. It's just
Yeah, that's with your wisdom.
What's your
mod. So
modifier?
what's
Oh,
your
maybe a
wisdom
16.
mod?
maybe a 16.
Yeah.
16. Okay. So Doc is experienced enough to. Apparently, Doc is an experienced enough fisherman.
I mean, look
to
at him. He's
know
like
that.
a seaman.
Yeah. Knowing the dangers of crab hooks and meat hooks, and being wary of fish markets, he identifies some proper deep sea fishing rods and hooks. Gets himself a nice big scoop of some lures, as well as some bait. You place it on the counter, and he goes, "Oh, so you're finally here to buy something? Okay, so for the rods, the bait, and the lures, and the hooks, it's gonna cost you about 14 gold pieces."
That's pretty good.
I try to talk him down to 10.
Talk right.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Talk.
Jesus, dog.
Doc, please.
He can't hear.
Oh.
A 7.
Well, that 7 is gonna be a no. Oh, so you said, and he said, "No, I don't have lice." 15 gold pieces now. You're very rude.
I just kind of like I tap Doc's shoulder. I'm like, this is for just getting fresh food on the go, right, for everyone.
Yeah, in case we need more, we can fish and get more supplies.
Yeah, I sift 15 gold out of the treasury supply, and I set it on the table. Like, not even. I'm just like,
He
all
may
right.
be mute, but at least he's polite. He takes the 15
Yeah,
gold
because
off
I
the
don't have
table and
lips. You're right.
pockets
Yeah.
pockets the 15 gold and turns around and gets you, like, starts wrapping them up and
Mhm.
putting the hooks on the wire, and
You can
he's
go.
properly equipping your fishing rods to return to you.
Yeah. I look at Doc. I'm like, you can just start taking that back to the ship. Kyoko and I can go get the food.
I flex.
You flex?
Yeah.
I flex.
Make me a persuasion check.
What?
Yeah, make me a persuasion check.
I think she was just showing off to Doc.
Yeah,
But-
I know.
Yeah.
Make me a persuasion check though.
Oh.
God.
Oh.
The guy's not impressed. He goes back to his book.
All right. I'm like, all right, we'll meet you back at the ship, Doc. And Kyoko and I had, and I'm thinking. I was sitting there thinking about this. I'm like, I'm gonna pull on my nature check to see how well I know, like, what's best for people on a boat to eat. I got a 10. I'm sitting there thinking,
Considering you are not an organic,
yeah,
you don't have any experience with organics other than what you have seen in the wild.
yeah.
Your first thought is, okay, these people need rabbits, some bird seed, maybe.
Fresh
apples. Things in the wild like apples.
fresh fruits and vegetation. Right, fresh would be the best. Exactly. And I start heading to the farms. Only
so you
fresh.
head over to the farms.
Yeah. All right.
Can I help you?
I'm gonna kind of mention the sprocket before we like get there. Like, hey, maybe we should we should get some fresh stuff, but kind of limit it since that stuff can go bad really fast.
I just kind of turn. I'm like, now, you let us walk all the way here before telling me that?
Some fresh food isn't that bad.
Okay, so what? Like what kind of like a 40-60 balance, or like what are we talking?
Okay, how long is this journey?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, how
You would
long
know.
to?
None of you are a trained navigator and would have no idea how long this journey is going to be.
Are any? I have an idea then. Is there any like location like a town?
No, you do not, Doc.
Is there any location like
okay.
a town hall or like I wouldn't want to say like naval area?
Like a chamber of commerce?
You
The
remember? You remember
Chamber
where
of
they
Commerce.
brought you?
Yeah.
You remember where they brought you to go up to that floating island?
Oh, I thought that was just like a dock. Sorry, excuse
That.
me.
No, that is the town center.
Okay, so then so I sit there. I'm like, we should go find out how long this
Oh
journey
yeah.
is. So we go to the town center. Is there like a chamber of commerce area in this building?
So you go in, and the first thing you're greeted with is a pamphlet about dead hags.
Of course.
A young stewardess brings you a pamphlet, and it's
Uh-huh.
just like, "Oh, hi, welcome to Dead Hags, home of dead hags. We're
Right.
mostly a port town. What can we do for you?"
We know that. We need to know travel distance from here to another location.
Okay. Where are you guys talking about going?
I look Boulder Gut. Right.
Yeah.
Her face sours. Boulder gut. Don't know why you'd want to go there, but 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
Are
it's
you guys sailing like straight there?
Yeah.
I'd avoid
Yeah.
the Spire if I were you.
What's the Spire?
Wow, are you guys like even from here?
No.
I generally motion to myself.
Sir, your armor doesn't mean anything to me.
I find a spot where I know I can kind of open it up and kind of pull it and show that there's nothing inside.
Ah!
Neat trick.
Let me make a con saving throw.
She's gonna faint.
And she's looking really pale.
Cool, Sprocket.
I kind of
um
like, right. Then and I'm like, fine. And I also generally motion to Kyoko.
Yeah. I
Okay.
flex again.
okay. So like the Spire roll of persuasion.
Gotta stop rolling those persuasion checks for flexing. Thank you.
Roll me
Oh,
a
shit.
persuasion for your flex, Kyoko.
God damn it. Okay. Goddamn no charisma looking head ass. Fuck!
3. She's just like, I'm sorry, I'm not into women.
Not yet.
No, just at all. Yeah, the Spire is like this cursed island. It used to be just a pit in the ground, and it's got something big poking out of it. I know it sounds sexual, but it's not. It's a really dark and dangerous place. I don't recommend going there.
I just kind of look. I'm like, I mean, you took it there.
Is it like directly?
I don't want to
in the
hear
path
anything
of-
about biology from you, robot.
What's a
Is this
robot?
Spire? Is this Spire like directly in the path to Boulder Gut?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, like you barely skirt around it, but like it's there. It can easily be mistaken for a safe haven, but it is not.
Okay.
Good to know.
We'll tell Captain when we get back.
It's about It's about a week and a half into your journey. You'll see it.
Mm,
Okay.
all right. Thank you.
There's all kinds of weird rumors about it, though. I don't trust it.
I just
Like
thought.
what?
Oh,
Like, people have said that they've gone there and lost their whole crew. Other people have said that they found fortune there. I don't trust it. Place seems cursed.
okay. Well,
But 3 weeks to Boulder Gut. Head straight east. Can't miss it. It's dwarvish.
I'm just like I don't know what that means.
I look at Sprock. I'm like dwarvish. They're little people.
No, I know what dwarves are, but I don't get the what like. I don't understand interior or exterior decorating from other species.
It's a lot of rock.
Oh,
So much rock.
that's fine.
So much rock. They
Well-
speak to rocks, those dwarves.
Well, thank you for
They
your
talk
time.
to their rocks.
I'm just like, well, thank you for your time, and I flourish my cape as I turn and leave.
Dramatic ass.
And
That walk out.
goes back to her work.
I gotta be dramatic because she was being dramatic. I'm
She
like,
just
okay.
goes back to sweeping the town hall.
So as we head back, as we're heading back to like the farms and stuff, so I'm like, so 3 weeks, are we gonna want like a 40-60 fresh, non-fresh, like 30-70, like what are we looking at?
Fuck, I'm not good at math.
Like,
Kyoko, while your brain is frying while you're thinking of math, the smell of bacon is wafting through the air. Somebody bumps into your chest.
Hey, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. It's Tom.
oh,
Oh, what you got there, man?
Just some wood for the tanning rack.
hey Tom, you used to be a guard, right?
Yeah,
Did you ever go
Yes.
on excursions?
not really.
Oh.
I mostly did accounting.
Uh,
I
do
was
you-
on payroll duty.
Do you know for for a journey for fresh versus non-fresh foods, what would be a good balance? Like
Well,
I'm thinking like 30-70 or
I'm
like
thinking the fresher you buy, the better, because that food will last longer. The fresher it is.
my first thought. All right.
It's gonna be a little pricier though.
But wouldn't we want to buy foods that aren't going to perish if we're going to be traveling for 3 weeks?
I mean, yeah, but if you're looking for non-perishables, like you might want to just go check out an inn or a meat market or I don't know, something.
Perishable. Wait. Oh, you mean like rations? Like that's
Well, yeah,
I'm like,
that's what rations are. Non-perishables.
wait, you oh I'm just like, wait,
I've got
what?
some friends at a farm. They sell like canned vegetables, or at least they put them in jars and like with some vinegar and something, and it makes it last longer.
This is new to me.
They pickle a lot of things. I kind of
Pickled
like it. Yeah.
This is new to me. I mean,
Okay.
I guess it makes sense that things don't like organic stuff doesn't stay forever.
Hey, have you guys seen the doctor anywhere?
Oh, we sent him back to the ship.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy scares the piss out of me.
He's got fishing supplies, so if you like that.
I woke up one morning and I swear to God he was in my room.
Tom.
Eyeing my legs, man.
Tom.
Why do you think I started sleeping in the crow's nest?
Nothing,
Oh.
nothing is gonna happen to you unless you let it happen.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I no, like I grab him by both
Roll me an
shoulders.
intimidation check.
It's not. No, it looks Yeah, no, it's exactly like it looks like I'm intimidating him.
This should be persuasive, but
Oh,
it is
I didn't
definitely
mean it. Whoops,
intimidating.
I fucked that up. 10. Well, that's still not great.
He's just like, oh, all right. He's a timid creature. He scares easy.
Mark my words, nothing is going to happen to you if I have anything to say about it.
I'm gonna start doing some push-ups when I get back. I gotta get bigger. he just pushes past you and keeps going.
I want to flash my fangs out and be like, "Have fun, Tom."
Roll me an intimidation check as well.
I think she should get advantage from my assistance. My unwanting assistance.
Do I have advantage, disadvantage, just flat?
Yeah, he's kind of scared shitless right now.
So advantage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, lucky for Tom, he was wearing the brown pants today.
Oh, no.
You notice he's kind of hobbling weirdly back to the boat.
Oh shit!
I just kind of like look
Poor
back.
Tom.
I don't
He is
even
refusing to make eye contact.
like. I don't even know that she did that, and I just kind of sit up and I'm just like turn and look at him like, do I scare people? Like, no,
I'm
like,
not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna head to the farm.
like the other, like my other form aside.
Wait, does
Do
Rocket
I
have good
scare
hearing or
people?
smell?
Rocket has good smell.
No, I have good hearing because I wouldn't be able.
Or
to
good
smell.
hearing, that's right, because he can't breathe, so
Yeah.
he has good hearing
Yeah.
instead.
I would have heard a.
Oh, you definitely heard him shit himself. Like, you hear the uncomfortable shifting as he walks.
Oh.
Yeah, he browned his trousers pretty good.
So I look at Kyoko and I'm like, with this new information, I'm like, so perishables is what we're looking, or perishable versus non-perishable is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Right. So what do we want for that? Like really fresh food and like a 30-70 fresh to perishable to non-perishable. Like.
Yeah, maybe even see if we can get some food that's almost underripe so it can ripen as we go.
Right. Okay. I'll let you figure out what that looks like.
Marcus is the bank man.
But I think. Yeah, I'll let you figure out the food stuff. I'll just pay for it. I don't know. I don't know
So
amount.
you guys, while you're walking, you guys make it to the farming district, which is up here in the
Yeah.
northwestern part of the town. And as you're walking, you're looking around at the farms, and like they're not great. They're like that little farm that like housewives with too much time on their hands set up.
Oh boy.
I see.
You know, there's like little 6 foot by 6 foot plots. Nothing too impressive, but it's a farm nonetheless. Go ahead and roll me investigation, Kyoko. Just flat investigation.
Flat investigation.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
I'll
like.
say Sprocket can't assist you because he doesn't know anything about
Yeah,
perishable and non-perishable.
I'm just.
Oh boy.
Yes, Doc, go ahead and roll me that perception check.
Let me check what perception is.
Chaz rolled a 4. Oh no.
I ain't never seen a walking automaton before.
I was like staring at the little budding plants, and then I hear that, and I just snap my head towards wherever I hear it come from. What?
Let me guess, you're trying to probe my mind and figure out what's organic seed. Hmm? Well, I tell you what we eat pickles.
He pulls a pickle out of a jar and points it at you.
I'm trying. I pointed. We're trying to get food for the rest of our crew.
My God, you're traveling with a demon.
Hi.
Racist.
That's fucking racist, but sure, I guess.
You know what your kind did. opening portals from the abyss. spits into a
We don't
one of
have.
those saloon things.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to.
A
A
spittoon. He
spittoon,
spits
yeah.
into a spittoon.
I just kind of look at Kyoko. I'm like, we don't have to buy from him. We can leave. I can look
Wait,
for another.
wait! You was looking for food.
That's what I said, and
I
you
can
decided
tell by
to
just looking at you. You're going a long ways.
No, we were just. I just told you that. Like, I. I. I
Wanna buy
start.
some pickles?
I start perceiving for other people around the farms to talk to that aren't
Roll me
him.
persuasion.
I-
Unfortunately, you look around and like in the farms, like you can see people are like peeking out of the shutters, like, oh no, I don't want anything to do with your kind.
Scanning initiated. Oh fuck.
Everybody is like scared shitless that that an automaton and a demon girl are walking through their town into their homes.
Now that I think about it, maybe we weren't the best people to come out for this.
I look. What do you mean?
God damn it.
Right. Anyway, what are you
Maybe
selling?
should
here?
get Doc.
I just kind of look. I'm like, I've been to one town, Kyoko, and it has accepted me for what I am.
Yeah. Let's just say other towns aren't so nice.
You gonna buy my pickles or not?
Depends. How much are you selling them for, and what can we get?
What
Well,
other kinds of?
I got pickled eggs and pickled sausage and pickled pickles, and I got pickled cabbage, pickled onions,
She's got kimchi.
pickled taters,
Um,
pickled maters and taters. Two very important parts of the human diet.
are those perishable or?
Non-perishable.
Oh.
Pickled them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm like actually like, oh, that sounds pretty good. And I
See,
look
take
at,
this vinegar in this brine.
I look at Kyoko like,
Pour it
I'm
in a
like,
jar with some spices.
I look at Kyoko like, we're looking for non-perishables, right?
Depends. What's your price, old man?
Well, that depends. What you buying?
I look, and I'm like, well,
He flashes you what should have been a toothy grin, but like he's got like 3 teeth in his mouth, and like
Well-
none of them are molars.
we're looking for some like a. We're gonna be on a trip for 3 weeks. There are how many of us are there?
Seven.
One, including me or without me?
Oh, with you.
Oh, so 6 people who eat. We're going on a trip for 3 weeks, and we need like what a 30, 70 for
Yoko,
produce, fresh
there's
produce.
9 of you, including Fluffy.
Oh.
Oh shit.
You've forgotten about Tom and Caliban.
Oddly enough, no, I counted Tom and Caliban, but I forgot about Fluffy. And Mimic.
Doc, quickly looking around in this bookstore, you do find a book that you recognize as in Dwarven. You had the librarian assist you in finding it, and
Is it?
do you read Dwarven? Like, does your
That's
character
why I'm
understand
looking
Dwarven?
for a learn Dwarven book.
He wants a how-to guide for
he's
dwarves.
he's looking for a translation
He's-
dictionary.
The lady she gives you like a few pamphlets of paper that's like Dwarven to Common, a few key phrases here and there. And then she leads you over to this big dusty book. And when you pull down the book and you kind of dust it off, you quickly realize that this is probably Dwarven erotica.
And as I
A
gazed
quick
upon her
investigation
beard,
of the other books, you quickly realize that this was a porn shop. This is a romantic novel shop.
Juan rolled a 10 for perception.
And a lot of the translations for it are like Erotic phrases.
And as I looked at her gorgeous beard, I knew she was the one.
God damn
Uh,
it.
and that the ledger you have received is also full of flirtatious compliments
Oh. Oh.
in Dwarvish.
Oh boy. Don't judge Dwarf's love for his rock.
Funny enough, the title of this book is Rock Hard.
How big is this
Oh.
book?
About 560 pages. It's a big book.
So while he's doing this, I'm just kind of like, okay, as we're figuring out the crew. So there's 8 of us who need to eat. 7 need to eat normal people-sized meals and a mix of meats and vegetables, and 1 needs to eat only meat, and they eat more than normal people.
Don't grow meat.
I mean, do you know somebody who sells meat?
Well, there's a butcher
There's a butcher. That's good to know.
down to the south.
I mean, you have like pickled meats too as well, right?
Pickled
Like,
vegetables.
oh, I thought you were talking. You said eggs and sausages and stuff.
Yeah, pickled sausage and well, that's breakfast. And I got pickled eggs.
That's meat or protein, I guess. Oh God. Oh God.
So Juan, that wasn't the wish
Juan,
first.
you fucked up the
Oh
whisper.
God damn it!
I will say you get 1 point in charisma if you buy that book and read it all the way through. But it's a big book. It's going to take you some time.
um,
She's selling it for about 10 gold.
I kind of look at Kyoko and I'm like, do you think like purchasing some live chickens would be any? Would you know?
Oh yeah, we could butcher them.
Well, I mean, like we could
Butcher
get
chickens.
we could
They
get
make
eggs.
good house pets.
They also make a delicious meal.
I mean that we'd get a
Hey,
rooster.
wrong, actually. I had some chicken this morning, actually.
I mean we could set up a small farm for chickens. I think we have enough
On a
room.
boat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
where
Are
are we?
you gonna
Where are we
cramp
gonna
them in the dark, wet spaces where they never see the sun and grow into weird mutated freaks?
Come on, man. We're not savages. They can stay up on the front deck.
Yeah.
Ship's big enough. I got like 2 chickens I'm trying to get rid of.
Oh.
Both of them roosters.
Well,
How much for?
we would need a hen too.
15 gold for both roosters.
Ugh. That's okay.
And about 8
I'll pay.
silver per jar of pickled produce.
8 silver for pickled jar of produce.
I'll pay for the chickens, Rocket. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You
Do you
pull
have
up your point curves.
He's just like, well, make that 12 per rooster, Miss Moneybags.
You get 15 for both roosters, and you'll be happy. And we'll buy some pickled stuff.
I look at her and I'm like, he said 12.
Deal.
He snatches a handful of gold out of your band.
All right.
I'll say I was going to give him 15 gold exactly.
I look
All right,
at
he takes the 15 gold. He was trying to swindle you, in case you couldn't tell.
yeah. I think she figured it out. I'm like, so we'll want. Do you know how much it would take for people to have, 3 weeks of food per like? I look at the guy who's farming, since he's a farmer. Why did I ask this crazy old coot?
Well, shit. 3 weeks travel. You got your main food groups of beer, beans, and bacon.
And lard. Don't forget lard.
and lard.
Don't forget the lard.
Beans, bacon,
Lard's important, but I don't sell lard. You can kind of get that over from the meadery.
Yeah.
I got your beans.
Okay.
I know the tavern sells beer.
So Matthew,
We
as
need to.
I'd say about.
we would need some ale. You're right.
I'd say about 50 gold pieces worth of produce.
Okay.
And and I want Jazz to make me an insight check. And if you want to assist her, Sprocket, you can.
Please assist me.
I don't. I
You,
would.
you technically shouldn't be able to, but you can.
No. I can't think of a way that I physically could as this character. I'm sorry, Jazz. You're free ball in this inside check. Oh, okay.
He is swindling you hard. He realized how much gold you guys have, especially you on your person, and he's trying to milk you for everything you got.
Check something.
I can assist you in intimidation if you decide to go this route.
I
Jazz.
would love an intimidation assist.
Okay. So, do you tell me ahead of
Juan.
time? Do you tell me ahead of time,
Is that
Jazz?
yes for both?
You know what?
yes.
I'm gonna say
Thank you.
you see Kyoko's wings go very stiff and her kind of square up, and she's going to get in this guy's face.
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
Yeah, well, as she does that, I also kind of crack my knuckles, but it sounds like scraping metal, and I'm just like, sounds like you're trying to swindle us. Ooh.
All right. 15 gold.
Did you say 15 gold?
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
For all my pickled produce.
That's more like it.
okay.
Tell me I can make more.
I'll say 20 gold to have some pre-ripen, or some food that isn't fully ripe yet, so it can ripen on board for fresh produce.
I was planning to pickle some peanuts next. I guess I got some unripe peanuts I could give you.
Do you have
Fine.
unripe other vegetables than just peanuts?
I got peppers.
Peppers.
We'll take them too.
16 gold.
I'm gonna say 20 and say final.
Deal!
He snatches the
fine.
20 gold out of your hand.
That's fine.
So long, suckers. The gold is mine. Sweet shimmering gold.
There it is, the crazy prospector. So we have enough pickled produce for 3 weeks from this nut job.
You have enough pickled produce to get you about 3 weeks of travel if you mixed it with other rations and other
Yeah,
foods.
we need
Yeah,
to.
we'll go
Well,
get some of
we
the
need to go get
rations.
some meat next, so we're gonna go to the butcher he told us about.
And I'm also taking my chickens.
Doc, you have returned to doing your walk of shame back to the ship,
Oh no!
and Tom
What did we miss?
is right there. Like as you're walking
Jazz.
to the dock, Tom bumps into you, and he's like, "Ah, fuck. Hey, what you got there?"
Fishing stuff. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, but what's in the bag? I see the fishing stuff, but what's in the bag?
I don't like the way
It's
you
a
said that.
it's an atlas. Don't worry about it. Let's go to the ship.
It's an atlas.
Yes, we need it for sailing.
All right, I'm trusting you.
So, how was your shopping trip?
Peering into your bag, he can insight. He believes you. He believes you that it's important for the ship, but he does see that it is in fact a book with some papers sticking out of it.
Anyway,
All right.
let's go build that tanning rack.
Yeah, let's go build that tanning rack. Kyoko on board? We're gonna need help. This is really heavy.
Actually, I have I
sure
have
the
extra
captain
limbs.
can help us. It's fine.
I'll help Tom.
I'm sure the captain can help us. It's fine.
Alrighty. Yeah. So
Back to you guys.
yeah, we go to a butcher. And we're just
Okay.
like, and I get to the butcher. I'm like, I look at Kyoko. I'm like, this time we have a reference for me to help get our right amount of stuff. And I'm like, I'm really excited that I'm learning how people work. And I get there.
So, upon arriving at the butcher shop,
Yeah.
first thing you see, a man is thrown out the door. Like the door bursts open and a man rolls onto the ground in front of you
Shame.
and is like scrambling to get back up to his feet. And a cleaver lands between his legs.
I just kind of go over and I pick up the cleaver and I'm like, you dropped this?
Wow, you must really be in the butcher house to get thrown out.
Yeah, no,
Are
right?
you talking to the man who was scrambling to get back on
No,
his feet?
no, I look
Yes,
into the
I
door.
am.
Well, she says that. I, with the knife, I pick it up and look in the door and ask whoever's in there if they dropped this.
As you peer in holding the knife,
Yeah.
there is an 8-foot tall Goliath
Oh, yes!
in front of you.
Oh, boy.
And he's just looking down at you menacingly.
I just kind of hand him his knife handle side up. And I'm like, we're here to purchase some meats.
He ducks down under the doorway to step outside, holding the cleaver, and points it at the man who is sniveling and crying on the ground.
Uh-huh.
I would like to take exactly 3 steps back.
If I see your face again, I'm tearing it off and putting it at the mystery meatloaf. And he slumps back in.
I kind of look at Kyoko. I'm like, I like this guy.
I do too.
I really like this guy.
Welcome to Marvis Meadery. I'm Marvis.
Nice to meet you,
What
Marvis.
can I get you?
So we're gonna be sailing for about 3 weeks, and we need some meats to complement this amount of produce. And I just kind of like set the produce in its bag on the table, and open it
You
up.
buy from that crazy old man?
He's the only one who would talk to us. He sent us here.
How much did he charge you?
We got him
20.
down to 20 gold.
Yeah.
20 gold. Here's 5 gold back. That's my dad.
What?
Sorry, swindled you.
I kind of just oh well, okay, thank you, sir.
He was trying to charge us 50 and we still got swindled.
Damn.
50.
He tried.
Knowing my old man, he tried to get you to pay 15.
Yeah.
You sure you heard him right?
He said 50 first and then went down to 15.
Oh well. Either way, what can I get you? Meats?
Yeah, we need some we're going on.
What you're looking for? Pork, beef,
I just kind of
exotic.
Variety.
look variety. I like give when she says that as I'm looking variety.
We're
So
gonna
you
be
want the mystery meatloaf? And he
Uh,
leans down and he picks up this like 3-foot log of meat and just thuds it down on the counter.
I look at
It is
Kyoko.
wrapped in paper already.
I look at Kyoko. Now, it may sound odd, but we can give it to Fluffy.
You have a point. Fluffy will eat anything.
This week's mystery meatloaf is brought to you in part by, wait for it, more bounders.
I'm sure there's cannibalism in that species. I'm just like I say as I like have my I'm doing that thing. I'm doing that thing where when I'm talking to Kyoko, I'm like putting all of my fingers pointed at the table. You know, like tapping it with all 5 of my fingers, but not my palm. And when he says that, I kind of just curl my hand, like my fingers inwards, scraping them on the counter.
You know what? We'll try to feed it to Fluffy, and if Fluffy won't eat it, I will.
Okay.
I don't know who Fluffy is. Sounds like a really dumb dog.
Not anyway. Kinda. So 3 weeks, a mixture of probably like 30, 70 perishable to non-perishable meats for 7
Any
normal people.
specific meats you got in mind?
Like a mix of pork and beef, I guess. She said,
Pork, beef, maybe some chicken.
and we'll take the mystery meat log off of your hands.
All right. He steps into the back room.
When he
and
leaves,
you
I
hear-
when he leaves, I turn to Kyoko and I'm just like, we could also feed it to the ship mimic.
Oh yeah, we totally could, huh?
So while immediately after saying that, you hear the squealing of animals in the back.
All right.
Ooh,
This
it's
man
gonna be
likely
fresh.
keeps livestock on the premises for butcher.
Hey, that's some fresh ass meat.
I look at Sprocket and I'm very excited. I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be super fresh.
Wait, didn't Doc want them to have a tanning? Oh, that's for leather. You can't really use it as a drying rack, can you? Can we repurpose a tanning rack as a drying rack?
That'd be
All a drying rack is the place for you to hang meat from. So if you bought I guess you could since you bought fishing hooks.
Yeah, we. Well, I'm just saying because we could dry it and make jerky, so we could make our own non-perishable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it starts to go bad, we have a backup plan.
Cool.
Mm.
I can't smell or taste or I don't know. That
Trust
will
me,
be.
I've eaten some dumpsters before. I know what bad food smells like.
Ah. John, that's so cute. Well, the conversation between Mater and John. Oh man.
So he returns with 3 whole dead pigs and a cow over each shoulder.
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Where am I transporting this meat to?
We have a ship. Just follow us. We're going back to ship to deliver stuff anyway. How much do I owe
Gotcha.
you?
For the meats and the jerky. And I tossed in a few eggs. And the mystery log. Looking at 45 gold.
I'm just gonna do an insight check because of the old coot. This isn't anything based off of him. This is
Yeah,
just
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got a 3. My character does.
Can I assist? Can I assist?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead and assist. Go ahead and either you can roll or Sprocket can roll again.
Do you have any bonuses to wisdom or an insight proficiency?
I have a +1.
You're better than me. Go for
You
it.
should roll.
All right.
He is highballing or he's lowballing you guys. If anything, he is giving you a discount.
Okay.
Okay,
He seems
so
he seems to feel bad about his old man trying to swindle you.
He
So
said
he
40,
in turn
right?
is doing extra for you.
That's awesome. He said
when
40, right?
we-
Or
45.
45. Okay.
when we get to the ship, I want to tip him like 15 gold as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So cool. I set the 45 for him before we leave.
Thank you for shopping with Marvis Meats. You ever back in town? Come on by. I'll give you a discount.
You have been a wonderful shopkeep.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, my dad is an idiot.
So adopted
And
biological.
he puts this meaty hand on your shoulder, Sprocket.
Mm-hmm.
And like to say it's on your shoulder is an understatement.
I've never felt more safe in my life.
The pinky is down to your elbow. Like his thumb is at the nape of your neck and his pinky is down to your elbow.
I've never felt more safe in my life.
It's best you don't ask questions about my paw. And he squeezes you a little harder than comfortable.
Oh, I'm starting to not feel safe.
And then he stands back up and turns around and walks away.
I'm like, all you had to do was say you don't want to talk about it. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But
So we're back to the ship, everybody.
yeah, we're all back to the ship, and we've got beefy Goliath man with our meats.
So you guys have 3 weeks worth of rations of meat,
We can pay.
unripened food, and
pickled produce.
and pickled foods. Just
Yeah.
honestly, like on closer inspection, it's mostly pickles. Like the
This is
pickled
fishy.
sausage was just pickles.
The pickled eggs or pickled shaped pickle or egg shaped pickles.
No, they're actually eggs.
Oh, okay.
They're actually eggs. But it is mostly just eggs and pickles.
We're gonna be taking it down below deck, so I'd kind of
Okay,
guide.
so
the
you'd be
Goliath.
taking that down to
Yeah, we all
the
put
lower deck for storage.
Yeah, we all put it in the food storage kitchen area.
Okay.
At this point, have me and Tom finished the tanning rack and started working on the pelts?
You, Tom, and Calcimo are all working on the tanning rack. You're just about done constructing it when Calcimo notices your bag.
Mm-hmm.
I give him a wave.
Oh.
Calcimo reads Dwarvish.
Oh, he saw the
and
bag.
Recognizes the title
Oh,
in the bag.
I before Tom notices, I look at Calcimo and I'm like, it's for research, okay?
It's smut.
I'm into stuff.
It's smut, is what it is.
Shut up, Calcimo. Shut up.
Oh, Cosmo.
Did the doctor buy smut?
Doc, did you buy
I
porn?
got with your captain. Shut up.
I mean, as long as he bought it with his own money. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I also after I wave the Goliath off,
Yeah,
I go back and put the leftover 75 gold into the chest.
As you're trying to store the mystery meat log, Fluffy is all up in your face. Like he is like sniffing and trying to lick the paper.
I look and I'm just.
He wants that meat log now.
I look at Fluffy. I'm like, no, you stay above deck. You are not. No.
It's like pawing at you. He's trying to look cute, so you give him some.
I shove him out of the kitchen and I lock the kitchen door and I'm like, no.
Can I whistle
You
at
just hear the
Fluffy and
faintest little
wave?
scratching at the door.
Can I whistle at Fluffy and wave some dried meat at him?
He wants
Go
that.
Roll me
with
an animal handling check.
Animal handling. Also.
And yes, Kyoko, the weather is beautiful today. Or not
Harsh.
Kyoko, Chervil, for sailing.
Ugh, it's bad.
9, he ain't interested. He wants that meat log.
Fair.
Fluffy, down, back,
There's
up on top
a
of ship.
strong, there's a strong southeastern wind blowing. Perfect sailing conditions. It's cloudless right now. Sun is shining bright.
I'm gonna do an intimidation check on Fluffy to get him to back away from the kitchen. Okay. Oh!
He feels chastised and scolded, and he
top deck
runs up to the front of the top deck where Tom, Doc, and Calcimo are trying to put together a drying rack while Tom and Calcimo are laughing at the doctor buying porn. And you can hear it. It's the frump, frump, frump of paws and claws clicking on wood, and he just humps, like he lets out a humph, and he curls up in a ball and just sits down angry on the floor.
Wait, did Tom say he could cook? I forgot.
Yes, Tom can cook.
So then I go to Tom. while they're building it, and I'm like as they're like laughing and stuff, and I just kind of like put the kitchen key in his hand, and I'm like, do not let Fluffy into the kitchen. He is trying to eat the mystery meat log, and we
I
need to
wasn't the
save him.
best cook, but I can cook.
I mean, if you don't feel
I
comfortable,
burnt rice.
It's just like
I'd let Caliban handle this, honestly.
I look and I'm like, I don't know if I trust that lizard.
Peering out from the back of the quarterdeck is Caliban, who's just like,
I heard of my name.
I
You call?
just kind of I'm like, Caliban, do you know how to cook?
I am expert cook.
Please don't put your potions in the food.
Fine.
I'm asking. As
back.
visible should I'm asking as as your friend and the first mate politely. Please don't. I don't want to have to be first mate right now for being mad. And I just kind of like take the key. Here's the kitchen key. Don't let Fluffy into the kitchen.
God,
and her head juts out in your direction about 15 feet, and she eats the key
Oh my god!
and pulls her head back.
You've never heard a Warforged scream before, but he does.
She turns around and she makes her way back to the kitchen. She regurgitates the key and just opens the door.
I just kind of like I sit there and I just kind of straighten my cloak out and I look back. I'm like, none of you heard that, and walk away.
I 100% heard that.
I'm
Man, this was a great day. The scary robot man just got scared by a lizard lady. The doctor's buying porn. Guys are losers. What was I afraid of?
I put one of my extra appendages on top of Tom's shoulder. Tom, don't make me do things to you.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay. All right.
I swear to God, Doc. As I'm like in the distance. So
Tribble was talk. Was there anything you guys wanted to do?
John Mater, anything you guys wanted to do?
Hawk's been busy.
Yeah.
I'm
I
busy.
saw he was copying. Were you copying down the spell scroll to your book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, and since it's 4th level, it's gonna take 8 hours.
Yikes.
And I already spent half my gold to get the necessary supplies to do it.
Yeah.
Tribble, anything for you? Was there anyone on the deck you wanted to talk to?
Perhaps you wanted to get to know Caliban.
Oh. Well, maybe not.
Perhaps another time, Captain.
Me either. You there?
I don't think she likes us anymore.
She was typing in the chat. Oh, well, I mean,
Okay.
it's sad because she is the
Well,
captain.
with
So.
with everything ready, in perfect sailing conditions, I'm assuming that Tribble is gonna want to get sailing as soon as possible. You guys have set up your tanning rack and you're starting to tan the leather of the two
Wanty.
Wanty.
Yeah.
And the meat.
Mm.
You've got some meat drying on little fish hooks that are
Mhm.
underneath it, but they're not drying great because they're kind of covered in shade by the
Yeah.
leather.
But yeah.
Um,
But when the leather's done, like,
but the ship sets sail. If anybody has any objections, please speak now,
forever hold your peace.
or forever see the sea.
Oh, I do make sure to tell the captain we should stay away from, like the Spire Island or whatever it was called again.
Fire.
Bye.
Yeah,
Nope.
the Spire testing. We cannot hear you. Oh, we can see you
We
typing.
can't hear you.
We can't hear
We
you.
can't. We can't hear you, but we can see you typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might have to go do that thing again. It's okay.
You're fine.
But I definitely do tell the captain that we should avoid that place. That it seems cursed.
Oh, I
Okay,
need to
and
set
so
up
you
a
tell
pen for those chickens.
That might be good. Well, we could put him in the hold.
And never let them see the sun, you cruel bastards. What is this, Tyson?
I mean,
Tyson Chicken Farms?
chickens. We could probably let the chickens roam the deck. Like,
Is Fluffy gonna eat my chickens if I do that, though?
you gotta be stern with him.
Bapped him on the nose and he complained about it.
You know what? I'm gonna take one of the chickens and go introduce it to Fluffy and try to convince Fluffy it is friend, not food. For now.
Roll me a nature check.
He's just licking the chicken. Oh no! Oh god, no!
Oh no, this is gonna go so bad.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes, we can.
I made it.
Okay, so Kyoko,
Yeah.
you set the chicken down in front of Fluffy. And Fluffy's eyeballs go from like they're derpy looking in different directions to locking on directly onto that chicken.
I'm gonna grab the chicken back up.
And it's getting down into a pounce stance. And
Fluffy.
it's creeping
no.
towards your chicken.
No.
And it licks
Can I-
its lips and it's
Can I roll
baring
an
its
intimidation?
fangs.
Can I roll an intimidation?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh no!
Fluffy lunges at that chicken and eats it
Oh no!
right out of your hand.
My chicken!
Like the Fluffy, like you're still holding the chicken. Fluffy has chomped down on your arm while you're holding the chicken.
Oh! I gotta roll damage for it because he's biting. Let me find that more bounder sheet. There it is. All right. Oh, he doesn't have a bite attack. Okay, cool. So
I would say 2d6 is a piercing damage.
okay, that's fair. Oh, and that'd be plus strength. Oh no! Ah, 8 damage. Oh man.
Again. Kyoko was very upset about it.
Do you let go of the chicken?
Well, I don't think I have a choice.
You do.
I mean, you're still grappling the chicken.
It's not like he's bit
what?
the chicken.
Yeah,
You know
he
what?
went to swallow that chicken whole.
You know what? I'm gonna try to pull that fucking chicken out of its mouth.
Roll a contested grapple. You have to beat a 15.
So is that
Either strength or dex.
Strength or dex check, whichever you prefer.
I'll roll with my strength.
Come on.
You were in combat with Fluffy.
Got that chicken back.
You get the chicken back. It's traumatized and covered in slobber, but you got it back.
It looks like hey hey.
I'm gonna take my chicken, get some fucking med supplies to fix my arm now, and I'm going up
Fluffy
to the
is still
crow's
following you.
nest. I'm going up to the crow's nest. Bad Fluffy.
Fluffy's like using the mast as a clawing thing. Making
Fluffy!
kitty biscuits on the mast of the ship.
Fluffy,
I have this
stop.
image of the chicken from Moana in my head.
Oh yeah, the chicken from Moana.
Just big eyes like that. Like
Hey, hey.
I yell at
What can I say except you're welcome?
I yell at Fluffy, just like, stop! No, bad. Listen to Kyoko.
It hisses at you.
No.
I clamber
It's
over.
going to attempt to climb the mast.
I walk
Oh
over.
my god.
Oh,
I
Has
walk.
a jump of 40 feet.
Sprocket.
I walk over to the Moorbounder while he's preparing, and I just deck him in the nose.
The hit.
It's an unlethal attack, but it's
Yeah,
just
non-lethal punch.
it's just a thwack. It's a smack to the nose. I fucking missed.
An 11 does
They have a
not hit
13.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
You go to bap his nose while he's trying to pounce, and he ducks down a little further and gets an extra 5 feet up in the air because of him pushing himself even lower to jump. So he's not at you, Kyoko, but he can't possibly reach you. But he trying.
I'm gonna yeet.
He trying.
I'm
Ooh
gonna
boy,
yeet-
he trying.
I'm gonna yeet this cat off the fucking. Wait! Anybody have a control water cantrip? We need to spritz this cat.
Wait. Hold on, let me look at my Tundra stuff.
We need to water bottle this cat.
Hold on.
Or
Gotta pull it up again.
spritz bottle.
Tom comes into the rescue with a bucket of water and just throws it at Fluffy. And you see all of the hair on Fluffy's back stand up.
Down.
And Tom's just like, "You sit the fuck down, you dumb cat!" And Fluffy listens.
And Fluffy nice. I put my hand on Tom's shoulder, like pat his shoulder. I'm like, good job.
I peek over the
Fucking
crow's
hate
nest, like,
cats! And he tosses the bucket on the deck and goes to get a mop.
I peek over the crow's nest. I'm like, thank you, Tom.
That's
You're
kind of
welcome.
I'm kind of like disappointed. I'm like, I look. I'm like, how does everybody feel about Fluffy?
I liked him, but he needs to stay away from my chickens.
I look at Tom. Doesn't know. Shervil, talk, Doc. What about you? How do you feel about
You
it?
need to keep it under control,
Caliban
or
is
else
just
it's gonna
like,
go down the hall in the hold or lower decks.
Right.
Caliban's 15-foot neck cranes around the mast. I like the kitty cat. Calcimo's
yo.
indifferent.
Hey, Caliban, do you know any? Can you make other types of potions besides healing?
Yeah. Make it a potion.
I make it to push.
And
Do
her
you know
head
anything about
cranes
fire
back
specifically?
into her shoulders.
I just kind of like, I'm like kind of disappointed by the situation that we're in, and I'm just like, I don't think we should keep Fluffy on board. He's been so much more trouble than he's worth.
I can try something, says
Oh.
Calcimo.
Yeah. Yeah?
He mutters a few incantations. One of them gives him beast speak for 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm. Oh.
and then he casts suggest on Fluffy.
Oh.
I need you to have Fluffy make me that save.
Which
It would be a
save?
charisma. It would be a wisdom saving throw.
Is it wisdom saving throw? That is. Oh, wow. That's a better wisdom than I thought he would have. It's better than me.
They're good against magic users.
That's a 16.
16 does not beat Calcimo.
Okay, good. This dog
Um,
is wiser than me.
So Calcimo, in his beautiful voice, makes out what you assume is cat noises. and says something along the lines of, "I suggest you leave the chickens alone.
Oh.
Because if there are more chickens, then you can eat chickens.
We
You
don't
let them have sex and you let them reproduce, and then there's more chickens for you to eat."
but we don't have hens. They're both roosters.
Fluffy doesn't know that.
I know.
He doesn't know that.
I know. It's really funny.
And Fluffy listens and stalks away to the other side of the deck and lays down and just has its head sticking over the railing, looking at the fish in the water. Every now and again, it catches a seagull off guard.
Captain, is there anything you need to prepare before we set sail? I'm just kind of dejected now.
Well, I just want to make sure that Fluffy's not going to be an issue on the top deck.
It should be under control.
If he becomes an issue, we can drop him off on some island somewhere.
It's gonna
Okay.
introduce new freaking. We're
Hey,
gonna mess
hey.
with the natural order.
Hey, it's medieval times. We don't care about that.
Oh wait, you're right. I'm not a druid. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not Huntikar anymore, Kyoko. Quit playing like her.
All right. Well, I've already told you about the Spire, the Dark Spire, or whatever. Yeah. So we've got everything prepared. I think it's time for us to set sail.
The whole crew is ready.
Okay.
All right.
So you all set sail. Who wants to keep watch on the first day?
I will, since I don't want to leave the crow's nest.
You're up there
All
with your
right.
2 chickens.
Roll me a perception check with advantage since you're at an elevated height.
Ooh.
Natural 20. Good shit, Jazz.
Good.
Okay, so first thing you notice is you're about 2 days out, or about a day's journey out. It's nighttime. The rest of the crew are sleeping, and you hear splashing in the water all around you.
Oh.
And you got a bunch of barrows.
Oh.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh my no. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong window.